Hi, I'm Ryan from ADHD Dude, and I want to talk to you about something that's really common in families of kids with ADHD, which is parental accommodation, and explain to you how we help families with parental accommodation in the ADHD Dude approach. So, the definition of parental accommodation would be changes the family members make to their own behavior to avoid or alleviate distress related to the disorder. In this case, it would be ADHD. Another definition: changes in parents' behavior in attempts to prevent or reduce child distress. I want to give you some examples of parental accommodation that I commonly see in families of kids with ADHD. Allowing your child excessive video game time in order to avoid a blow up or meltdown, permitting them to avoid new experiences outside of their comfort zone because they say no to anything new or unfamiliar, making a meal for them when they announce at dinner they don't want to eat what you already made, allowing them to not return to a new activity you have paid for them to participate in because after the first time they said the other kids were weird and not like me, treating smartphones, video games, and electronics as entitlements rather than something earned for meeting daily expectations, allowing the child to sleep in your bed rather than in their room because they decided they were scared to sleep alone, giving them answers to math homework because they get frustrated and say, I'm stupid, because they know you will rescue them from having to figure it out on their own, which they are fully capable of doing, and keeping the poor treatment of family members a family secret because they will get mad if anyone knows how they behave at home. Now, if you heard this and say, wow, I do a lot of those, no judgment at all. Again, this is really common in families of kids with ADHD, which is why I'm addressing it. I want to explain the premise of the work in Scaffolding Better Behavior, the ADHD Dude Parent Behavior Training Program. Number one, first and foremost, nobody is at fault here. This is not about blame. Number two, the child is not the identified patient. So, for example, when your child goes to therapy, they are what we would call the identified patient. The therapist is working to help change the child's behavior, which we know is not effective based on research data. Number three, this is not about being punitive. It's not about punishments. Number four, the child will not be asked to change anything. Rather, the parents will learn how to stop engaging in parental accommodation and reclaim their parental authority by serving as their child's anchor. This is what we call the anchoring function, and this was adapted from the nonviolent resistance framework created by Dr. Chaim Omer. Stepping into your parental authority and serving as an anchor for your child involves these four components. Number one, providing structure, or what we often call scaffolding, to help them be successful at home and outside of the home as well. Number two, parental presence, meaning that the internet, video games are no longer the biggest influence in your child's life. You, as the parents, reclaim your position as being the biggest influence in your child's life. Number three is what I call affective calmness, which is often referred to as co-regulation, which is showing that you're calm even when you don't feel calm inside, because that is modeling healthy emotional regulation skills, which is something that a lot of kids with ADHD need help with. And I will tell you, this is something that does not improve in adulthood sometimes if we don't address it. And the last part is enlisting supporters. Supporters are people who your child respects, who can reach out to them and offer their unconditional support when they are struggling. So your child's poor treatment of family members are no longer kept a family secret. The supporters will know about it, and they are there just to offer their unconditional support and encouragement to your child. They can be a relative, they can be a family friend, a neighbor, whomever you want it to be, just somebody who your child respects. Now, there's much more involved in the work than this, but I wanted to give you a general overview. And please remember, parent training, not therapy, is the American Academy of Pediatrics evidence-based recommended treatment for children with ADHD. This is about the parents changing their behavior through reducing parental accommodation and providing scaffolding for the child. This is never about getting the child to change. Parents utilize the webinars in the ADHD Dude membership site, and it can attend office hours 4 times per month to have questions answered live by me. And I can't emphasize this enough. In this approach, we focus on the outcome the family wants because ADHD is a condition that affects the whole family. Again, we are not trying to get the child to change. You can learn more and read frequently asked questions at the ADHD Dude membership site. And please make sure to check out the behavior playlist at the ADHD Dude YouTube channel, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.